So you wanna play Gunslinger, huh? Well, do you like pistols that allow you to jump around like Neo from the Matrix, shotguns that would make Miss Fortune jealous, and a sniper rifle that even Widowmaker craves? And all of this packed into one class. I mean, what's there not to like, really? Big rotations, big damage, big boost. If your answer was yes, then Gunslinger might just be for you. The Gunslinger class is a ranged damage dealer that excels at fast-paced combat, which is enabled through the use of her very interesting identity mechanic. You see, when you do damage, you generate your gauge and... Hold on a minute. There's no gauge generation? What? Is this even Lost Ark? What game am I even talking about? Is this class real? Am I real? Are you even real? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if... apologies for that. I just wasn't expecting something like this to happen, but here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first non-gauge generation class on showcase. The Gunslinger's identity allows her to cycle through 3 different weapons, that being pistols, shotguns, and a sniper rifle. Now, we've discussed a few classes that have extra abilities that they can use, but Gunslinger is the absolute raid boss when it comes to additional skills, as this class has an extra 8 buttons to press. That is literally another full set of buttons at your disposal. I'm sure you can imagine how this is super beneficial for her DPS uptime, while also giving her a bit of a steeper learning curve compared to some of the less mechanically intense classes. Just a small side note, the Deadeye class also has the exact same mechanic at his disposal and is actually the OG weapon enthusiast, but that boy is so flat that he's always forced to go for the ass, and that is why nobody's talking about him. Now, while the Gunslinger's identity can sound a bit lackluster, as it pretty much allows you to go all casino roulette with your weapons, the true power lies within the class engravings, and more specifically, at the Peacemaker one. When this engraving is active, every time the Gunslinger does a weapon swap, she gains a buff that corresponds to the specific weapon that she's swapping over to. These buffs also scale proportionally with the level of the engraving. This turns the weapon carousel that you have into a fantastically fluid stance swapping minigame where you use your buffs to dish out your damage with the weapon that you are currently wielding and then move on to the next one. Rinse and repeat. As a general rule of thumb, pistols are used to move around the battlefield as they provide you with almost the entire mobility that the Gunslinger has, as well as allowing you to get your party buff on the boss. Shotguns are for close range bursts, and the sniper rifle is for some seriously heavy long range damage. Now, the Gunslinger class is very squishy and is a prime example of a glass cannon. However, she's not required to go for the booty, which makes things a lot better as you're allowed to freely use your mobility and then engage from any angle when the time is right. The other engraving is a lot less popular. The time to hunt engraving gives you a proportionally scaling flat crit rate buff at the expense of completely removing your shotgun stance. This makes the Gunslinger class a lot easier to maneuver, and some people find this to be the more enjoyable playstyle as you never have to deal with the pretty long animations of your shotgun skills. Even though the Gunslinger does her highest damage with her sniper rifle, this engraving does have a serious impact on her overall damage as 4 of your buttons get completely removed. Not only this, but you have 1 less rotation at your disposal, so your sustained DPS will be lower. Depending on what class engraving you go with, there is an abundance of skills that can be used. Some of the main ones are Equilibrium, Spyro Tracker, and Bullet Rain for your pistols, pretty much all of the shotgun skills if applicable of course, and Perfect Shot, Focus Shot, and Target Down for your sniper skills. These can definitely vary, and the majority of skills that the Gunslinger class has are viable. Have some fun with them and pick the ones you like most. When it comes to general engravings, Hitmaster, Grudge, Cursed Doll, Adrenaline, Sharp Blunt Weapon are all fantastic choices, and you can't go wrong using any of them. Just please, for the love of all that is good, do not use engravings that have a negative effect at level 1 or even 2. It hurts me right in the meow meow when I see people doing that. Just stop it. Taking a look at the runes, the cooldown reduction providing Gale Wind pairs perfectly with the longer casting shotgun and rifle skills, while chance for extra crit or bleed runes go very well with the more spammable pistol skills. In terms of stats distribution, weapon fanatics should look for crit and swiftness for them juicy crit numbers, while shotgun haters should get a mixture of spec and swiftness to best suit their playstyle. And that's pretty much it. But don't forget to grab your bald eagle, start looking around for some oil spills, and scream freedom wherever you go, cause with the amount of weapons you'll be wielding, you're bound to feel American at some point. Well, I say this every time and I'll say it again. Thank you for being so amazing and supporting the channel. The growth has been absolutely outstanding, and I'm super happy that I'm able to interact with you guys both in the comments section, but also live on Twitch or even YouTube. twitch.tv/WesWes_OG. Go get it. Alrighty, I don't want to take up much more of your time. Thanks again, and as usual, I was Wes, and until next time, bye-bye!